Raw materials has been a major problem for decades, and shea butter is one of such products that are exported in its raw state. But the story you are about to watch will blow your mind. Ghana's own shea butter with swag, packaging for the international market. And
hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you are hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. For my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. Few businesses you can start in Ghana and make a lot of profits. When we talk about the country Ghana, there's a lot of investment you can invest in Ghana. Whether you want to start a business, you want to start a real estate company, there's a lot of things to start in Ghana. A lot of foreigners come to Ghana. Some of them come here for investment, some of them come here for vacation wise. But let's take a look at a video of some of the businesses you can invest in Ghana.
Number 1, stable political climate. Ghana has been ranked the most stable political country, or the most stable country politically in the West African sub-region, and the 5th in Africa. Ghana has established democratic institutions that follow the rule of law, so making the country very stable politically. So you can see that for the past decades, there have really not been any uprising or any political instability in the country for a very long time now. Ghana was ranked the best judicial system in the world measured by rule of law, World Justice Project, Rule of Law Index 2017 and 2018, and number 2 in West Africa according to Global Peace Index. Point number 2, we're going to be looking at the ease of doing business. Ghana is a fairly good place when it comes to the ease of doing business, because setting up your business here is not that complicated as compared to other African countries. Of course, you're going to have very little bureaucracy, the corruption level is kind of low, and so many advantages of setting up your business. Ranked best place for doing business in West Africa according to the Ease of Doing Business report in 2020, the 114th place globally, best destination in sub-Saharan Africa, most competitive economy in the West African sub-region, and the 10th in the sub-Saharan African region. According to the Ernst & Young Attractiveness Survey in 2018, Ghana was ranked number 2 FDI destination, that's foreign direct investment destination in West Africa, and number 7 in the sub-Saharan Africa. Now let's go to point number 3. That's point number 3, and we'll be talking about accessibility. Ghana is very accessible, like just 8 hours flight from Europe and America to Ghana, and it is kind of like centrally located within the continent and of course the whole world, right? So from Ghana you can export your stuff, or you can export your goods or service from Ghana to anywhere in the world quite easily. So it's kind of very accessible, guys. This should be a reason you should think about investing in Africa or investing in Ghana. World Population Review (WPR) refurbished world-class airport within the West African sub-region, serving numerous flights from within the continent, Europe, and the rest of the world. Home to one of West Africa's largest ports, Tema, which is currently being upgraded to handle 3.5 million containers a year. Centrally located in West Africa, good network of trunk roads and financial services, immediate access to over 350 million markets of the economic community of West African states.
When we talk about the country Ghana, there's a lot Ghana can offer. Being you a Ghanaian, being you a foreigner who is planning to come to Ghana, or you want to start a business in Ghana, there's a lot of things you can start in Ghana. Even though you are a Ghanaian, you can start from somewhere when it comes to businesses. And some of the businesses do not require you to have a lot of income to start this business. You can actually start it with a low income and gradually you grow in the process. Let's take a look at a video of other people who have shared their experience, how they started their business in Ghana from grass to grace. And they have this to say about their business in Ghana.
Here in Accra, Elizabeth Okoro is steadily building a superfood brand. It's been quite a journey.
I was always a science student. I obtained a bachelor's in science from King's College London. Initially, I'd wanted to study medicine. Considering the fact that I was always good at science, so that was a natural path for me. But after doing biomedical sciences and obtaining my bachelor's degree, I was ready to be done with school. I couldn't foresee another 6 or 7 years still studying. So I started working in banking. I was working in an investment bank in London.
After a couple of years, Elizabeth decided to come back home. She continued with banking for a while, then she decided to change paths. She started a career in project management at an infrastructure company.
After 4 years, I had also reached, I'll say, my limit as to what I felt that I was able to give to the company and to the business. So I quit. I quit without a plan. I had just had enough. It didn't feed my passion, and I was at the point where I'd wake up in the morning and I wasn't excited. I wasn't happy to go to work, and it was always a struggle to get to work, and I didn't want to be doing something that didn't feed my passion. So I quit without a plan. I didn't have anything lined up, and I was home for quite some time. I was home for a couple of months.
Being home gave her the opportunity to reflect on what she wanted to do with her life. Elizabeth got an idea that birthed a business.
Something that I've always loved is food. Anybody who knows me will tell you how much of a foodie I am. And I'm always coming up with new recipes, experimenting with new ideas on what to eat next. When I wake up, it's what I'm eating for lunch, what I'm eating for dinner. And a lot of my friends used to come to me asking me to make things for them, and I've always made granola. So that's how Mind Snacks was born.
Raw materials has been a major problem for decades, and shea butter is one of such products that are exported in its raw state. But the story you are about to watch will blow your mind. Ghana's own shea butter with swag. Packaging for the international market, and Tutua Skare is our guest on the Joy Business.
She's young, daring, educated, with a great sense of fashion. Even though she had dreams of becoming a fashion designer someday, she now produces shea butter. Meet 28-year-old Tutua Skare, a degree holder in banking and finance from the University of Ghana. She also holds masters in international business at Grenoble University in France. As if to say, when the world can't accommodate you, create your own space. Tutua turned her misfortune into a blessing. And that was after the job market failed her.
I couldn't find a job. I finished my master's, I came home, I was home for about 8 months, I wasn't finding a job. It was very depressing. I mean, my father would wake up every morning and it won't be being, and it's very, especially when you've taken the steps to go and find like a higher education, you come back. I mean, they tell you that like you go to school, you do your masters, you come back, you get a good job, you get married, you have kids, you die. Like that's sort of like how like the trajectory of life. And so when you do all of that and then the next step doesn't fall in place, it's very disheartening.
Like every startup, Tutua started small in her bedroom.
And it wasn't even a conscious thing of, oh, if I can't find a job, then let me be a job. It was more, I had a friend that I met during my master's, and we moved back to our home. She moved back to Botswana, and she was always telling me, oh, send me some of your alata samina and shea butter. And so I sent to her sometimes, and then there was a day she said, oh, send me some for my friends also. I was like, I don't even have a job, I don't have money, you always go and buy something to your face, you'll buy it. Right when I said you'll buy it, I remember I just like rolled over to the side of my bed. I had like a little red notebook. Took the notebook, started writing ideas, and all of a sudden like the ideas were just like coming. I was like, okay, maybe this could be something more than just a small thing sending to my friends. But even then it wasn't something I wanted to sell in Ghana, because I was like, how many people make shea butter in Ghana? And so I was just like, okay, how are you going to send it to me? I was like, okay, I need to figure out like the packaging and stuff.
It's just 1 year into the business, and a brand is breaking grounds on the international market. She now sells in about 4 African countries.
So we have
Yaba Minta decided last year she would start making fresh juices. What she thought was going to be something small for just family and close friends has now become a flourishing business, and she's already thinking of going global. Ya is the owner of fresh juice startup Mekwa's Fresh Squeeze, and she's our featured tonight on the Joy Business Van. It sounds easy, doesn't it? A fresh juice business. Get your fruits, squeeze and bottle them. Not quite. There are many other things to think about, and I discovered that at Mekwa's Fresh Squeeze, a fresh juice startup owned by Yaba Minta.
30-liter blender. It crushes all the fruits into juices before we sieve them.
Okay.
Yeah, and these are industrial blenders, orange juices, and our fruit extractor.
So depending on what food you are.
Yes, basically,
squeezing,
yeah, we use it for those who want light juices. Most people don't want their juice very thick, so you use it, you get the juice very light.
Okay.
Yes.
And we head next to the fridge.
Yes.
All these equipment in her kitchen transformed into a juice factory, producing thousands of bottles of fresh juice, and to think it was not exactly one of her life ambitions.
The brain behind it was my daughter. She got sick, I think in 2016 December. Her tummy was hurting so bad, so we took her to the doctor, and the doctor said the stomach was sore and all sorts of things, so we should stop the fizzy drinks and start with natural fruit shops for her to be taken for some time. So we came home after her admission for about 2 weeks. We came home, well, then I will start by introducing her to fruit juices. I'll do then I'll ask her, taste it, do you like the taste? Then she'll say no. I'll do some and she'll say, okay, this is really nice. I want to be taking this one to school every day. So we started by doing that.
Yah then began to make a little more for family and close friends. An unfortunate incident, however, triggered production on a larger scale. She lost her husband, and Yah, who was then running a boutique, had to fend for her family.
It became difficult. It became very difficult because the boutique, it was basically crediting and living your life and a kid, your life or your daughter's life on crediting stuff to people wasn't going to be the best. So I decided that, okay, let me do this. Since this, I have customers and people who buy it even daily and weekly basis, I can add it to it.
Yah had to sit back and strategize on how to create a marketable fresh juice brand. A year on, it appears she succeeded. Today, she's unable to keep track of the bottles of fresh juice she produces. She supplies for top hotels and sets out for social and corporate events.
This is an amazing experience these our ladies, our sisters have shared. How they started their business from the beginning, and now the business has become global and become very successful in their business. When we talk about Ghana, there's a lot of investment you can start in Ghana. As low as $1,000, as low as $500, you can start up a business in Ghana. Ghana have a lot to offer. Being you a Ghanaian, being you a foreigner who is planning to come to Ghana, Ghana have a lot of things to offer. When we talk about the country Ghana, there's a lot of things you can do in Ghana. A lot of people come here for tourism. Some people come here for vacation, while some people come here for sightseeing. Yes, even some people come here for Dirty December and all that. But that is aside. When it comes to business-wise, there's a lot of investment. You can invest in real estate, you can invest, name it. You can invest when you come to Ghana. So don't forget to drop your comment if you have had experience before in the business field in Ghana. If you have come to Ghana to start your business, how was it? If you're a Ghanaian doing business in Ghana, how is your experience in Ghana? So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. And also don't forget to like the video, drop your comment below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now and stay.